Hey, good evening guys, welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. This is psychiatric self-therapeutic multimedia project. These are all the problems, challenges, and obstacles in our lives that slowly suffering from the process to reach those goals and ambitions that we have set for ourselves as well as those around us. If you like a brief introduction, a brief summary as to how we break down the Ahn Rho Project into domains of life, sub-series, analogies, and so on and so forth, please check the previous live stream for the past 3.5 years straight to January 2021 and beyond for updated versions, including the copyright-free music, live stream schedule, how we divvy down the 15-minute live stream into 3 phases, 11 segments, as well as 3 into the domains of life, sub-series, analogies, and so on and so forth. That being said, let's dive into the content right now into segment 2. 3 main points is a second 2 live stream. Second is solve a Bible right. A system override rules, break all the rules. A system principle to free myself from the system, get what must urgently needs done. And last but not least, of course, you can fast forward by about a minute to a minute and a half into the live stream, or actually through video on demand from Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, where we're coming from, and then you'll just skip this abridged introduction. That being said, we have the content right here, right now. So on the left-hand side panel, we have all the phase 2 items, which is digital, abstract. On the right-hand side, we have, of course, the room in physicality form. So that's the most engaging active part of the stream later on in the stream, where we get to the stuff in physicality. So we'll start off with phase 2 as usual. Lots of photography, storytelling, commentary, right here, what you see is what you get. We have about roughly 2 mass screenshot collages that we have to get through of all the content inside. We'll go through it one by one. Let's get started. At the very top left-hand corner, we can expand this a little bit. As per the title, you can see that it has a lot to do with inventory tracking and counting, but it does have a little bit to do with people and media. Actually, a lot to do with people and media, and that's a lot in the phase 2. Take a look on the left-hand corner here. You have some videos here from Dr. Ramani, Dr. Josephadia. I butchered the name. I'm sorry, Dr. Ramani, but basically, she has this whole channel on narcissism, and it's incredibly useful. And I have to say that I couldn't describe both my grandiose narcissistic father, almost borderline malignant narcissist, as well as my covert vulnerable narcissist, my mother. She kind of tips back and forth between grandiose and vulnerable, mostly vulnerable. So we have this left-hand side panel, and it's talking about high-end narcissism, and this one just rung too true. The first decade or so of my life has just been fucking like that. It was horrible. Because at that point, that was when my father was like kind of like he's been tapering off from malignant down to like grandiose to like vulnerable, then to like someone like a communal benign or whatever. It's just like getting better and better, but he's still narcissistic at the very end of the day. But nevertheless, this has been a very, very helpful series. The low to mid to high tier narcissists, and so there are people here commentating on that and just shining all, just kind of reflecting on that, and she's been very helpful. So I downloaded her video. So thank you, Dr. Ramani, so much. Thank you so much. You're fantastic. You're doing God's work. I'm not religious, but you're doing God's work. Literally, thank you so much. So here's the video. You can check it out on YouTube. Just Google, high end narcissism, and you'll find it. There we go. High range narcissist. There's her thumbnail. On the right hand side, I apologize if my voice is not going too well. I'm just I have a lot to get through in this live stream, and I'm being stupid and not getting things done in the most efficient way possible. Not speaking properly, I get it. Right hand side, we have some entertainment, so it has to do with music. Once again, people. So obviously, narcissism has to do with abusive, dysfunctional households and people, relationships. But this one has a more fun tone to it. So this is Julian de Guzman. Butchered his name too. Bailey Sock, Joa Price, and Julian de Guzman, and they're doing their dance here. So it is amazing. They're doing that kind of dance. Oh fuck. I only have one photograph. It's Steezy. So it's all 3 choreographers, making their own sort of dance to the same song. At the very bottom here, we have something to do with more people against this, friends, people, someone who's on Instagram, on Story Reflections page, we'll get to that in a second, and he commented something about heartbreak and remorse and guilt. He was asking on the post, does anybody have books to recommend on that? So AG, I'm going to abbreviate by AG. Okay, AG has his own channel. I gave a book recommendation on, Van der Kolk's, The Body Keeps Score of Trauma. It was an abusive relationship. Hopefully it's helpful. We'll talk about that in a second. But basically, that's this. Over here is his channel on his YouTube. It has a link on his Instagram, and I saw he's like really into skateboarding, and there's all his buddies here. I can see that it was a full recovery. This guy knows what he's doing in terms of managing life. His beautiful filmography. If I could only show you, like, I can't. Obviously, it's very low res because I don't want to do any copyright stuff here. This is stuff, not my shit, not my stuff. So you just go to Alan Agudelo on YouTube. You'll find all his skateboarding vids. A shout out to him. He does some great work in filmography. All right, on the left-hand side panel, we have some, once again, more of it. It's just this great video that's hosted on his channel called Friends, and that just really runs through all his stuff. Same thing with Instagram. You can see him with a skateboard and a bunch of his buddies, so it's great. Okay, so left-hand corner, we have all these collages here. Obviously, this is the stuff that we started this live stream with. Moving downwards, we have this stuff you have to do with Excel documents. So, what we have here, I had to keep track of an inventory as well as the conversations, and so on the left hand corner you see the Excel document there. Talking about conversations, some maternal conversation yesterday between me and my biological mother, how she's a little bit still manipulative and definitely lying about certain credentials when it comes to getting her job, but it's like you do what you gotta do, and that's the cruel reality in life. At times it's not a fair game at all, and you don't play fair, because if you did play fair, you'd be fucked over, unfortunately. And that's the kind of mindset that she takes, and well, I can't really blame her, because that's kind of how things really were for her for most of her life. At the very top here, we have this colleague, and she's just going to perpetuate the cycle. So I don't know. I decided to end the cycle for my life going onwards, but for her, she's going to be stuck in there for the rest of her life probably. So the colleague here, also I had a conversation with him, so I made note of that, and the kind of stuff that we talked about, like pho and beat and bubble tea and work, employment. Down there we also had a lot of colleagues in the workplace, and just talk about like YRALTMML, amazing people at the workplace. Just gotta get in touch with them and working together, and it's just been a really fun time today. All right. Well, not too much fun. I arrived super late today, but you know what I mean. It was nice trying to repair some damage. All right, over here we have some stuff having to do with fitness. So I took a shit twice again today because, well, I really needed to. I'm overeating right now. I feel like I'm vomiting. It's nauseous. Thanks for the info. I did talk to your mother, but I do have a feeling she doesn't understand Usana products. Also, not confident about it. Yes, she is, and this is basically my business partner KW. After I kind of got in touch with her. And by the way, you see the title down there. If it is an abusive relationship with traumatic events, guilt and shame, the body keeps scored by Bessel and a Coke, right? So that's on Instagram, and the above is for KW from my colleague. So on the right hand side panel now, you see some stuff having to do with me basically trying to keep track of the voice recordings of me and my colleague. Also, there's a one for today. This particular one on the left hand panel, one of them has to do with me and the landlord. So my landlord is actually getting in touch with me, and I'm just like talking to her, about like the dog or the next door, also eating food and stuff like that. Pretty basic. Open location, file location, all that kind of stuff. Okay, great. And on the right hand side corner, you have this device here again, just kind of capturing conversations and my interactions with people, because you gotta be grateful for the people that color your life, who color your life. Great, so we can get rid of that. We're on to the second collage. We have some class 4 items. Photography, great. Bananas, browning a little bit, but who cares? I ate it with a tangerine. Wrapped in some paper towels and a plastic bag. So this is from my colleague ML, who's giving me fruits for kind of lunch, dinner. So thank you to her, showing gratitude, appreciation. Over here, L likes Nutrimeal, still ongoing. Great use animals, gives her nausea, not sure like heavy. Job offer successful, so financially she may get better in coming weeks. Want to talk to about 5-day reset. Have a great week, K. So on and so forth. Again, lots of stuff here that's just kind of blurred out in terms of names, especially. I'm just using like L-A-K, confidentiality and privacy. That's why I'm just going to leave it like that. But the point is, that's what I kind of had to talk to about, specifically my biological mother here. So not really not complying with the whole the nutritional supplement kind of stuff. And it's just like, I guess if this doesn't work for her and she doesn't feel comfortable doing it, then she shouldn't do it. Alright, and then very right hand side corner, we have me trying to update a bunch of resources onto the project that I'm going to pass over to my boss's son, and he could use some of that stuff. But at the end of the day, it may or may not be helpful for him. So I'll just, I'll update it. If he demonstrates interest, I'll share it with him. Alright, body keeps score by Van der Kolk. Okay, the most important thing here also is the fact that I had to update, of course, on the laptop. Upload some scan documents over to the laptop, having to do with the red lobster menu. Over here we have Alan Agudelo over here trying to do his, just trying to scour for some books that will be useful for him to overcome the shame, the remorse, and love himself again. And hope him all the very best, AG, in your trip, in your journey. And there are a lot of people here giving him, like Paul Coelho for Agreements, Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. A lot of people trying to help him out here. It's just a great community that Stoic Reflections built on Instagram. Check out all my shit. Copyright notice, not my stuff. I don't claim ownership for that. Alright, we have stuff on the right hand side corner. We had this phone call. I had to call my workplace, so MJ, just say MJ, hey, listen, I'm definitely late today. So that's really sad. Okay, The Body Keeps Score, Brain, Mind, and Body, The Healing of Trauma. So again, that's the book that I searched up to try to recommend if he is in fact going through an abusive relationship. If not, then it won't be as much use. So just searching on Google and all that kind of stuff. Project resources down here once again having to do with my boss's son. Okay, so now we're moving down here to the very last portion of stuff. AG, right, again, the comments, trying to type out the comments out there. We got like 3 minutes left. Got to pick it up pace a little bit here. School Life London, not only have we become more productive, we also become required a sense of what being productive should look like in an office surrounded by a lot of people, attending meetings and so on and so forth. So busyness by School Life London, as well as Stoic Reflections. Books give a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything by Plato. So once again, both these pages, School Life London and Stoic Reflections, figurative mother and father in my life, psychiatry and philosophy respectively. But not my shit, not my stuff. Copyright notice. You can find this on Instagram. I do not claim ownership. Alright, on the right hand side corner, we have some stuff here having to do with audio formats. Basically, I'm just copying down some of the text messages that I sent over to my boss son about the project resources and how to help people through their mental illnesses or whatever it is that they're experiencing, or just broken dysfunctional relationships. And we have a download here. It seems like there's a comment here and a download here having to do with things you should not say as a parent. But we're done that, so that's great. Finally, we're done all these kind of like class 2 items almost. I'm gonna stream through them individually. So we'll showcase. Here's the bananas with and tangerines in a plastic bag. Like I said, from ML, thankfulness, appreciation, gratitude. We have stomach pain. Thanks for the info. Did talk to your biological mother. So this is me, KW, getting back to me. Here's the conversations on phone. Between me and the colleagues, as well as many other variety of people. Here's the Instagram profile for AG and skateboarding thing. Friends. So there's a video on one of his as compositions. So is this one here. You can see a bunch of the stuff here. Go to his channel. It's a great channel. Over here we have some stuff, once again, like I said, that's between the conversations I had with my colleagues and a bunch of people, as well as fitness here. Like I said, taking a shit twice, just kind of not walking that down. Here's all the kind of conversations back and forth, getting it all down with my business partner KW, about L, my biological mother. We have some products here, projects, individualism, shame people feel when narcissistic families, guy in front, trying to organize all these resources, monster music as well, from Shawn Mendes, stuff like that, to pass on to my, my boss's son, and that stuff, so on and so forth. What's this? Like uploading like some screenshots onto Drive. We have here also the body score, like I said, Van der Kolk's 2 books. Holy shit, we can't get through to the title, huh? Giving a phone call, calling in late for work. Always been interested, so here's a book recommendation, and so on and so forth. Holy shit, we can't get it done on time. This sucks. So I'll have to continue this tomorrow morning. So we'll have to continue this title. This title says like inventory, but we have to get it done tomorrow. So